Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Line gets set, first down. Defense dropping into soft coverage. To the air, it's Gabriel. Fires to the big fella. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Going up top on first down. He's going for it all. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Yeah, hey, quarterback's got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're like, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him. But I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown, Hurricane! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the extra point was good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jordan. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it, can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on first and 10. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Jordan. A strike downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he reels it in inside the 30. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
The Bulls are rolling down the field. Handoff from the shotgun. They stop him right on the edge of the red zone. A pickup of 5 to the 20.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Miami 7, South Florida 0.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The jet sweep pass. Into the house. Touchdown Bulls! That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense. Being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Luis. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
And they tacked on the extra point. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Defense playing a bail technique. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Escapes the sack. Trying to get to it. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Looking deep. And he grabs it at the 15. touchdown, Miami. What a grab and go for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Brooks. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Incompletion leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 23. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's got him this time. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to pass, it's Jordan. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's caught inside the 30. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, USF.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
The AT unit on the field. Bangs it through for an extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Let's see what he can do with the return. Slips through the line. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it! He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kane.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Just one of those mistakes that can't happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Scanning the field, it's Jordan. He uncorks one deep. Underneath toaster coverage, got it deep downfield. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bulls.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae. Making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cameron. He gets a block. They just barely get him stopped, and he almost cruised all the way to the dressing room. A little excitement here to wrap up the first half. Just about set to put toe to leather as we are deadlocked here in the third. He'll bring it out. It's Brooks. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. first drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this. Right down the gut of the field. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, South Florida. And that one will give them the lead.
Number 50, in the end zone.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchdown. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Wants to throw. It's Gabriel. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, going to the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
The offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Buys a little extra time. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The Bulls come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it's caught! Touchdown, Bulls!
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Cameron. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great,
He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he's running in the open. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Hurricane! This is like a baseball pitcher they can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Back to pass, it's Gabriel. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Is no good. That keeps the score. South Florida, 35. Miami, 27.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Brooks. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. After the whistle, it's 1st and 5 for this offense. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Well, the quarterback's throwing from the pocket. He's trying to fit that football into a real small window down the middle of the field, and the defender's hit was able to jar the ball loose from the receiver. Great job.
Now on 2nd down. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass and make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air, it's Jordan. He's going for the big play. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, USF!
And back in the day, you used to line up, and your tight end was a blocker, and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
That makes the score. South Florida, 42. Miami, 27.
Just about set to kick it away.
Set to kick off.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Cameron. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, going up top.
Quarterback gets sacked at his own 2-yard line. Give the defense a ton of credit. They were going for the safety, and they almost got it. Great effort up front by the D.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the middle. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
And after failing to get that fourth down, it just feels like this game is over. They are going to need a miracle. They're going to need a quick 3 and out. They're going to need a turnover or something to have any shot at getting back in this game.
Going for it from there, that's just outsmarting yourself. And guess who's going to pay for it? Your defense backed up with a first and goal. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. And after that penalty, the defense is almost out of real estate to defend. It's first and goal on the 1. Touchdown Bulls! And the punishment has been extended. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. Coming out with it, it's Ibuka. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, they wanted to be aggressive in the passing game, and they didn't waste a lot of time. They take a shot vertically down the field to their star player. He makes the play, and he makes the defense pay.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jordan. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for a big play right off the bat. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Taking it the other way. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39.
After watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. And he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Looking for a man. It's Tebow. Makes his connection. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. Is still short of the first down. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. They'll try to power their way ahead.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11.
Running backs square their shoulders up. It's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn! After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football. Make sure you get them on the ground.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Trying to power it in. This time, he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the two-point conversion, but was denied. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Getting some heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Back to pass, it's Jordan. It's complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Nevada going quickly. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that pass intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Offense set on first down. These DBs going to give a little cushion. They'll give it to the back. Shakes off the tackler. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He wants to pass it on second down. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Texas! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They've got to shore up their play in the back half.
They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. And the ball's on the ground. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The run from the shotgun. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season and throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but Always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
Looking for room. It's Scatterbo. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. David, given the fact that you are a devoted helmet head, I'm not sure that you're aware there are a lot of other festivities around the bowl game. Did you ever experience any of that?
Of course I'm a helmet head. Yeah, spot on. Agree with that. But here's the thing. We did a...
Makes the grab. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Slings it downfield. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that and checked it down or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
The offense set for a first down play. Looking for space. It's Scatterbo. At the 35, he's got room. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Texas! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. They're lining up to boot it away.
Texas.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but a really good job of blocking by the return team. He's out to the 44. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Jordan. Finds his big tight end. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Nevada!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
He's into the end zone for the 2, and they get a little bit closer. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Few anxious moments there, but the Hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. These corners going to give them some space. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life in this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. They're bringing heat. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Trying to find his man on first down. Going for it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Man, what a great way to end the first half. It wasn't a perfect first half. A lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot. But here's the deal. Now you put yourself in a position, go make some things happen. Force some turnovers, play good in the second half. Who knows what will happen?
Looking to throw, it's Jordan. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Just about set for the second half kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. While that first half certainly wasn't what they had in mind, maybe a big comeback is in the offing here in bowl season.
And I think that's a nice way of saying they were awful in the first half. They were terrible. Bowl games, you wonder about motivation. One thing I know, they were clearly not motivated, Paul.
No, they didn't look focused at all in that first half, David, but this is a team that has a ton of talent. If they can put it here together in the second half, they can close the season out with an exclamation.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He rifles one deep to the left. And he's got it inside the 35. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Nevada. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Ibuka. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They're going to run it to the right. At the 40, there he goes. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Oh, I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Keep it on the ground. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Longhorns are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Got his man quickly. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. Looking downfield, it's Tebow. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away.
Texas.
He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you can tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you can see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down.
And he breaks into the open.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
And I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. They're just about ready to kick it away. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters.
Unleashes one deep. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Nevada. 2-point conversion attempt is on the way. To throw, it's Jordan. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll go to the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
The quarterback takes a knee. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do